went to the drive-in, and will you tell them that we went to the drive-in?
We just did a Jaws knockoff with Orca, so we might as well do another Spielberg ripoff with
Extraterrestrial visitors.
or his original title was Los Nuevos Extraterrestrials, which translates into The New Extraterrestrials. This was a French and Spanish film, later translated into English. It's a fantasy horror meets sci-fi movie from 1983 to cash in on the E.T. craze at the time. But these aliens don't look like they want to phone home. This film was directed by Juan Piquel Simon. Intro music is pretty wild, though. Oh yeah, can't wait to f*** these names up. We open with these three guys camping out in some creepy-ass woods. Matt Collins, played by Guillermo Antone, Bert, played by Frank Barra, and Sam, who... okay, didn't catch his name in the credits, so... oh well. We then come to this kid who was watching something come down to Earth from outer space. Sam goes to investigate and winds up in this crazy cave. Or maybe this is the alien ship and now we're also ripping off Alien, but who knows. But, like a moron, he starts to smash alien eggs, but he gets caught doing it. Someone spent a lot of money from the budget on fog machines for this movie. Oh yeah, forgot to mention this kid's name. This is French actor Oscar Martin, who plays Tommy Stevens, who is kind of a creepy little dude, and his uncle Bill, played by Manuel Peraro, and his mother, Molly Stevens, played by Concha Cortez. Just live out in the middle of the woods. Yeah, no one around them, that's cool.
Can I go out and find some more specimens?
Maybe it's the dubbing of this kid's voice that freaks me out. Okay, sorry. I know that song is all over the place right now, but oh well. Okay, want to hear the actual one in the movie? Here it is.
That's nice. Now they got it together.
He's really good.
Good. He's the best.
Yeah, both are pretty bad after all. But here's the line the movie is famous for.
Well, it stinks.
This is Rick and his band. Rick, played by Ian Serra, Kathy, who is half asleep, played by Sarah Palmer, Tracy, played by Maria Albert, and Sharon, played by Nina Ferrer. Oh, and the producer-manager, I guess, is Brian, played by Emilio Linder. Quick background story to the band. Rick is a dick.
Yeah, Kathy was half asleep, and you, Tracy, you were blasting out like a foghorn.
And he's banging Sharon, and Kathy is nailing Brian. So it's kind of like Fleetwood Mac Rumors meets Rockstar. They're heading up into the mountains for some R&R. And why not bring a few groupies with us, like Laura, played by Susan Banker. This movie has some weird f***ing songs in it.
What should I do? It's getting late. I'm feeling blue. Why can't I?
Back over to our favorite little creepy boy, Tommy. He stumbles upon whatever crash landed on Earth the night before, and he takes one of the eggs from the cave and runs off and brings it back home.
I know that you hate me. You're jealous, aren't you? 'Cause Ricky likes me. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, honey. Tell her what we did in the woods, Ricky. She'd love to know, right, Sharon?
Groupies and the band don't always mix. Unfortunately for Rick, he's not having his cake and eating it too. The atmosphere is actually done really well in this movie with the fog. Laura takes off into the woods and runs into the poachers. She gets away and bumps into what could be the monster of our movie. But then she falls off a cliff. The band, as I'm going to call them, runs off into the woods to try to find her as well. They find her all banged up and they decide to get help for her. Meanwhile, Tommy is snuggling with the alien egg that he found in the woods. Okay, hold it. Another issue I had with the continuity in this movie. Tommy seems to be mostly at night, while the band is all out during the day. But then, when Laura was out in the woods, it looked like late afternoon, almost night. And then, I don't know. Maybe this was like an early attempt at like a Nolan Tarantino timeline movie. So the band shows up at Tommy's looking for help. Inside, they get Laura to a bed. And of course, all the phones are dead. While Molly and Uncle Bill tell the band where the ranger station is for them to get Laura help, Tommy discovers that his egg hatched. We jump back to the poachers coming in contact with Alf, which does not go well for them.
Man, come on, give me a hand. Christ, he's strong. I can't hold him.
You're hungry again, aren't you? There's no need to worry, Trumpy. You like that name, don't you, Trumpy? I'm your friend, and I won't let anyone hurt you.
The dub for this kid is so annoying.
These aliens grow up pretty quick. Oh yeah, and unfortunately, Laura died. We learn that this alien is actually quite kind and gentle, and really likes earthly animals. Also is pretty intelligent, and has some telekinesis powers.
Point. Well, what about the phone, then?
The lines are still down. I just tried it.
Well, that's it. What a fuck-up this back-to-nature crap is.
I know I normally bleep that out, but that's just too funny to pass up this time. Uncle Bill and Brian finally go to find help after Laura being dead upstairs for most of the day. And now there's snow. What the fuck? Uncle Bill and Brian get to the ranger's cabin, but the place is a mess, and they find the poacher Matt dead. I'm gonna guess that Bert died too. The evil alien is still in the cabin, actually, and he gets Brian. Going off how easy others have died, I think he's dead after going right through that table. Uncle Bill, he may come back yet, maybe.
You're a good cook, Tracy. It's unusual with girls today. Well, my mother taught me. She always said that men like you for your meat and after for your dessert.
Tracy's comedy is gold in this movie. Oh, well, never mind, Tracy. Nice knowing you. And now the band has lost a singer, a groupie, and a manager. Top of the chart isn't looking too good for them right about now. At least they'll have a cool behind the music.
Is that show still around?
Okay, Bill is back. And he is pissed. Tommy gives his alien Trumpy, yeah, that's what he named it, a speech that he's bad and shouldn't have killed Tracy. That's when Trumpy tells Tom, in his own alien language that Tommy somehow understands, that there's another alien out there just like him, and he's killed Tracy. Odd place for product placement. Tommy dresses Trumpy up to sneak him out to past the adults. They want to go try to find the evil alien, which is actually already in the house and just killed Kathy. Bill and Rick go out to find the monster while Tommy shows Sharon and Molly his new friend. Tommy and Trumpy find the evil alien, and the epic showdown begins. Which lasts all of one push. Tommy tries to reason with the evil one, but Bill and Rick take a few shots at it, and Uncle Bill buys it.
Please don't hurt them.
Get out of the way, Tommy. Get out of the way.
No, don't hurt them, please. Run, Frankie, run!
Look out, Bill.
Rick ends up being the hero and killing the bad alien. Tommy is a real ass poor alien and tells him to just leave, because humans will never like him. I feel bad for the alien. So they just leave him in the woods. That's a sad ending right there. What happens to the poor little guy? He did nothing wrong. With Uncle Bill dead, he could have just taken his spot in the house with Tommy and Molly. Now, I don't feel bad for Rick at all either, or his band. This movie was just a giant advertisement for them. This movie had a real bad rep when it was released. It is obviously an E.T. ripoff. Beside the bad dubs and
All right. Now then, look at me.
boring deaths, which we had a lot of, it's not too bad actually. It's not the best Alien Invader movie, but it does start out really creepy and then just starts to drag. It might just be my copy of the movie's quality, but there's a couple outside scenes where it's just way too dark to see what's going on. The amount of fog in the movie does add some atmosphere to it, and it probably should be listed as a character in the credits. The soundtrack of this movie is so 80s that it's like they tried to make a tribute to 80s music in the 80s with this 80s movie. Even though this one set me up for a lot of jokes, I didn't hate this one. It wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't actually say I'd recommend it for everybody.
It stinks.
This is more of a if you need a good laugh with your buddies kind of movie or to kill time on a train or plane. So my suggestion, grab a pizza and some beers and watch Extraterrestrial Visitors.
With a single marriage kicker to gear, stay as she goes, not long overdrive. Get on down the highway at the speed of light. All I wanna feel is the wind in my eyes, with stacks of money in my pocket, and all systems ready to go. Hear the engines roar now. Hear the engines roar now. Hear the engines roar now. Hear the engines roar now.